There you go.
Got him. Well done.
Well, if you look at the skies this morning, you would never guess that our hunt was cut short yesterday by the rain. But it was. Rain started pouring down in the afternoon and we had to start hunkering down. We did get some awesome thermal hunting going last night. Well, I say last night, it's more like into the early hours of the morning. But yeah, looks like today isn't going to be a perfect weather day. Clouds are few and far between, sky's blue. I think we're gonna hit the road and see what we can find.
Our morning begins as usual with a drive along the riverbed, but we won't be here for long as we take the turnoff up a mountain road and start ascending up the pass. The views from up here are breathtaking, but we aren't looking for the horizon, we're looking for naughty grey faces up in the bushes. And a few minutes into our ascent, the 22-250 is put to work as Thane lines up on a monkey from around 320 meters.
Oh, you
nice.
smoked him.
Alright, we just saw a whole slew of monkeys all over the hillside. We got one in a tree, 320 meters, hit him with the 22-250, dropped him, so we're gonna go pick him up real quick.
Knowing that there are more monkeys in hiding just ahead of us, we decide to take out the airguns just in case an opportunity presents itself from close, and how this unfolds is pretty comical. We'd seen a nice mountain reedbuck ram and we're contemplating whether to go after it or not, but when Justin Welch spots a group of monkeys just to our right, the choice is made. You know you've got monkey fever when you turn down a trophy for one of these little mischiefs.
Okay, he's going up, he's still there,
This monkey's head is directly behind a branch, so Justin has to make a decision of which side to aim, and the 40 grain slug just takes off the very top of its head before slamming into the branch behind. You can see just how much remaining energy it has as it takes a chunk out of the tree.
Oh, on the rocks, yeah. Oh, he's on the rocks.
We spot more monkeys scrambling up the cliff face, and when they stop on top, we're able to put them down too.
There you go.
Got him. Well done.
He did a bit of a forward somersault there.
You have caught up on
This last shot is actually pretty far, but because the incline angle is so steep, Thane didn't have to hold much for elevation at all. Once we reach the plateau on top of the mountain, we hop out and begin to skirt around the ridge of this cliff on foot, hoping to see something along the way. It's funny watching this footage afterwards and seeing the troop of monkeys in the bottom left of the frame that everyone missed, but we know we'll get opportunities eventually. We find a group of springbuck, completely oblivious of our presence, but there are no decent rams among them, so we move on, and when a troop of baboons catches our eye, we set up for a shot. Unfortunately, they aren't wanting to stop, and we don't want to just fling lead at them from this distance, as it will just scare off the other animals in the area. We also spot a large herd of blessbuck, but once again, they're just too far for an ethical shot. Nobody wants to be chasing a wounded animal all afternoon. The beauty of hunting is that even when things aren't going your way, the experience of just being outdoors is worth it, and there's always something to see around the next corner. South Africa has so many game animals that are so good at blending in that sometimes the best approach is just to keep still and glass. Justin and Anton spend some time glassing the valley for movement, and eventually we spot another group of blessed buck, a little closer than the previous group, moving from left to right. Justin sets up with the 260, and when a decent ram steps out into a clearing, he makes the opportunity count.
Nice shot. Yes.
All right, so
Right, lekker.
I've got my first African game animal on the board. Got this awesome blessed buck. These things are absolutely beautiful, and the scenery to be able to get this thing today was just something that you can't get anywhere else. I mean, seeing the herds of these things and being able to get on this guy, we couldn't close the distance the first time, and then we got lucky and slipped over a ridge, and we got lucky and got a window of opportunity that was really small, and we got him. So pumped. So I'm told this is a pretty good blessed buck.
Beautiful trophy, and the bases are so nice and thick.
Yeah.
You can see.
Yeah. So deep, yeah.
And those, yeah.
So
Those
cool.
rings are nice and clean. You don't want a smooth one, you want thick rings.
Yeah, that is super cool.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
It's awesome. Awesome.
So, blessed buck down, but there's still more action to come. We'd spotted so many warthogs on our way up, but they had always just seemed to disappear into cover before we could take a shot. It was beginning to feel like a curse, but we were determined to get a pig down, and we decided to make our way down towards a waterhole where they often come to wallow in the mud.
There, you see that one at the back?
As we draw close, we see a warthog moving up the bank, and Justin prepares to take a shot when he stops.
No,
He's going up.
Still following him?
He's 150 meters.
Behind that bush now, right?
There.
Drilled him.
Those cutters would tear you up. That thing's awesome.
Dude, that's awesome.
I mean, it's beautiful pig. Nice long body.
That's perfect, dude.
With temperature starting to rise, we head down the mountain and take the two carcasses straight to the cold room. But we've got more on our agenda, and we're soon back at it again. We start seeing monkeys everywhere, but it always seems that we've got the wrong rifles out at the wrong time. These were just out of airgun range, and we were a little bit slow pulling the 22-250 out. We decided it's best to keep all the rifles ready, and around the next corner we spot a troop of baboons on the rocks.
There's another one just below him. Oh,
It's always tricky to have to estimate ranges as they run, and on this occasion, unfortunately, the barrage of lead misses at the mark. The baboons have eluded us this time around, but we're in dicey country now, and with the Pantera and Impact already loaded up and ready for action, we decide to harvest a few to take to the farm workers.
Dicey down.
The Pantera may not be the ideal form factor for walk and stalk hunting, but for stuff like this, it's pretty much perfect. It just delivers so much power with so much precision.
so it's a bit chaotic here because we've got a couple air guns and a centerfire. So getting firing solutions is a bit of a challenge sometimes because obviously every gun is a slightly different trajectory. I normally use the rangefinder with ballistic function range and gives you firing solution, and that's really great for especially for stuff like this because if you're shooting at a really steep angle, the rangefinder will factor in the incline, whereas like turret tape, for example, wouldn't. But yeah, with multiple guns it can get a bit tricky. Thankfully these guys are experienced, so they know, if it's a bit steeper, just hold a bit under and stuff like that, and manage to get a couple doses down. So very cool.
The retrieval is an important part of dussie hunting. We always want to do our best to make sure that no meat goes to waste. With time beginning to run out in our day, we have one more species we want to try for, and that's the Egyptian goose. We know that there are plenty on some of the irrigated lands, and so we make our way down and begin to keep an eye out. It's a big area to cover, but we can get some good distance with a 22-250. Our first opportunity, however, comes at close range, and the impact does the business. There's a stream that runs through these fields, and the monkeys like to use this as a highway to move up and down undetected. I've had some great success here over the years with the 22-250, as I've been able to just lie prone and take them out one by one. And we do get an opportunity as one peeks its face out of the bush. We end up parking off in the center of the pivot and just waiting for geese, and it's not long until we get a chance to send some lead.
Oh my gosh.
The thing with shooting with suppressed rifles from this far out is that they don't always know exactly what's happening, and you often get multiple opportunities as they circle around to land again. The wind is pushing pretty hard now, but Justin holds a little using the windage marks on the Raptor 1 reticle and anchors this goose.
Yeah, tipped over like nothing.
Dude, he just
go,
tipped.
Will.
That's what I'm talking about.
Way to get that slump buster.
That's right.
Slump buster, everybody needs one.
All right, let's go get some geese. This is awesome. So me and Welch just popped some geese. I mean, in the States you're shooting with shotguns. Out here, I mean, there you're not really allowed to do what we just did right now. We use a 22-250 at 200 and 300 meters out there and just smash these Egyptian geese. Matt told us about the aiming point right there in the center. So good spot to aim for, but they're just, I mean, gorgeous birds. Just look at these guys. Just absolutely gorgeous.
Amazing.
But so fun. I mean, come out here and to be able to do this after we just smashed some monkeys and dossies and had a night filled full of joy and laughter and unicorns.
Unicorns.
The geese get added to the growing pile of meat that we're collecting, but this won't be the last of our bird hunting today, as we spot a flock of rock pigeons perched on the cliffside, and the airguns come out once again. Rock pigeons are very, very plentiful in South Africa, but normally are hunted with shotguns over sunflower fields or with airguns at dairy farms. It's pretty rare to get an opportunity to hunt them in the cliffs where they live. You can see just how well camouflaged they are up here against the red rocks. And just when we thought the 22-250 had retired for the week, it gets one last job to complete as we get a chance to take out a crow. Crows are known to peck the eyes out of newborn lambs, so we don't have any sympathy for them out here. On that bombshell, it really is time to call it a day, and we begin to make our way back towards camp, with one important stop on the way.
Want some food?
Dankie.
Yummy, huh?
Dankie. Nog een mensen. Is het hier niet compartimos.
See you guys.
Well, another amazing day draws to an end over here at the Oxwagon camp. A little bit of cloud cover, but nice temperatures and no wind. So we're gonna settle down, we're gonna make a fire and spend our last evening here just enjoying time together with our buddies from over in the States.
Take it easy.
There are two things I look forward to most when hunting out here. Number one is the satisfaction that comes from blitzing a mischievous monkey, and number two is getting back to camp, taking a shower, and sitting around the fire with a cold beer or a cup of coffee, reminiscing about everything that happened throughout the day. Anton is cooking starters for us tonight, which is great because the meat from this farm is incredible. For mains, we've got pork rashers and chicken sausages with a side of garlic rolls. We were planning to leave early the next morning, but with the forecast looking good, we make the last minute decision to squeeze in one more stalk.
The last morning.
What are we doing this morning, bro?
We are going to try and kill a springbuck this morning. We've kind of had our eye on one all week, and we're going to see if we can get it done right now. We only have about an hour and a half, so before we're going to take off. So we're going to try and get it done real quick. Then we're going to shoot a kudu. And what else?
And a mountain rebuck.
Yeah,
And a baboon.
And a baboon. Yeah, so we got a lot of killing to do real quick. So.
As you can see, there are plenty of springbuck on this property, but Justin has his sights set on one particular ram, and he isn't making it easy. We finally managed to get within range, but we have to wait for him to stop and present a broadside shot. And after being very patient, Justin is finally able to make it happen.
Good shot.
It's been an incredible few days of hunting to cap off an awesome 2023 season of the Oxwagon Diaries. But we have to be off in a hurry, so this is where we're going to end it. As always, thank you for sticking around. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing, and we'll be back here soon for the 2024 season. See you then.